Hey guys, Blessed be. Today I'm coming at you with a DIY for some pagan decor or things that you can use on your altar for relatively inexpensive. Um, Most of the items I got were from the dollar store, from the Dollar Tree, actually, is where I got these particular items. And the first, well, what it is going to be the elemental symbols for alchemy. And if you know, those are triangle shaped. So I bought 4 of these, and I'm going to be doing a DIY and removing, of course, the plastic fake plant in the center. And you can add a hook at the end. It doesn't have one on there currently, but if you wish to hang them on your wall, that's also an option. One of the other things I bought from the dollar store were a pack of the popsicle sticks. Now, this came in a pack of like 100, so for $1. These were pretty decent sized. They're about the width that I wanted. They weren't like super thick, so they worked out well for this project. And let's see what else. I got glue from the dollar store. I used, they had their super glue to glue this afterward. I also used sandpaper from the dollar store. They have a big pack of sandpaper. So I was able to sand down the edges of the popsicle stick to fit this. And the paints I actually got from Walmart because it's cheaper there. So the paints that I got were, of course, the colors representing the elements: blue, yellow, green, and red. So those ones were 50 cents at Walmart. And I also got a chalk paint, which is white, to prime all of these so that it's the color, the paint will show up and actually stick onto the project easier with priming it with a chalk paint. So I'm going to go ahead and hop onto it and begin the process, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so I've pulled all of the succulent parts off these pieces, but I was a little surprised. I knew they'd be glued down, but I didn't know that there was going to be a metal piece. It was also used to keep them in place. So I'm going to probably have to get a pliers to pull that out because this is now, it's in the way and I need to be able to pull out the rest of the glue. So hopefully just getting all those parts taken off. So I'm down to just the triangle shapes. So yeah, just, it's kind of just a metal piece. So be careful if you're doing this, and yeah, just be aware there is it's not really a nail, but it is metal. Alright, so I primed them all with chalk paint to get them ready for their secondary coat in their actual colors that they're going to be. And I also got a cross-section piece for the 2 that required it, using popsicles that I bought from the Dollar Tree. You get a 100 pack for $1. And also glued them in place using single-use super glue from the Dollar Tree. So I got 2 pieces that had those sections in it that were required. And then I started the painting process. And I left the backgrounds white because I'm sure I'm going to be putting something in the back, but I'm not quite sure at this point what I'm going to do. But of course you can always paint them solidly in the color and just be done with it. Okay, hey guys, so I thought I would quickly show you a few other things that I've gotten from the dollar store. Well, not a few, just one. So I get these, not just the ones with the cork, but also the ones with the metal cap. And as I said in some of my unboxings, I've now been able to remove the labels and just put them onto these new jars for when I store the herb, because I now am able to remove them. When I first started doing these boxes, the labels were on there really well, and I wasn't able to remove them. So I did get these little stickers. They're just kind of like dot stickers that you can get from the dollar store also. And then I just put the name of the herb at the bottom. And yeah, so I know I remember what's in here. I do plan to make another label for these eventually, kind of like how I did with these. This is my monthly intentions, moon intentions. So I have mixtures that I like to make up for different moons of the year, and that's just one of the jars that I've done. And these jars are just like a recycled jar. You can see it used to have a expiration date on it from before, but they're just recycled things. So I like to recycle, and I like to find things on a cheaper motive to get things done in my practice, and also like to reuse, so not be so wasteful. So that's just something that I thought I'd throw in there real quick, since it's only one thing. And like I said, I just kind of think of another dollar store thing that I kind of use. I kind of stay away from the candles at the dollar store for the most part. There are a couple of candles that are okay, but they usually don't burn very cleanly, and they're also kind of short-lived, so I kind of stay away from them. I'd rather spend a little bit more on candles just to have a better burn and not have such pollution coming off of it, because if you have, the difference between candles, they burn clean or don't burn clean. The beeswax ones are really nice, so I'm really happy with those ones. But I'm going to go ahead and get into the final thing from this. So at the dollar store, I was also able to find this huge triangle. You can remove the froggy, I'm sure. They also had other designs, but these are much bigger. So these are triangles that you can also use instead of these tiny little planter ones. So they're nice comparison size. I got the green frog one because then I don't have to paint it green for when I turn that one into earth. I'm actually planning to do with the big one. I haven't done it yet, obviously. What I plan to do with these big ones is, sorry, I'm holding the camera and it's getting way too close to my face. I actually plan to do personal ones with those ones. So let me try to explain that. That didn't make much sense. What I plan to do is turn the big ones into kind of like an element of a particular person. So kind of a gift for somebody, using their element and then putting like their name, their birthday, their zodiac sign, and maybe do a little astrology for them in their particular, maybe they not just do their moon rising and all that kind of stuff, just to personalize it for a particular person. And I think those would be really great because they're big enough that you can put like a picture of the person in there too. So I look forward to getting that done. I have quite a few people that I actually want to do that for, so I picked up the big ones for that. And then the smaller ones I'm going to be using for like my altar. And I haven't quite figured out which I'm doing with these, how I'm actually decorating them myself yet. Obviously, you can just completely paint them like solidly. You don't have to have the white in the back. I left it white in the back just in case I'm leaning towards using the magazines, which is what the other photos were in some of my pictures that I've taken. Putting a cutout of a magazine and kind of Mod-Podging that into the back. And I left it white so that it doesn't bleed any color through the magazine if I choose to go that route, which I'm probably going to do that for when I finish up mine. But you can do anything you want with these. Like I said, I'm going to leave a list of correspondence for each element in this video. And also, like I said, yeah, you can do anything you want. If you just want to bedazzle all of these, you can do what you want. You know, you do you. And just have fun. But yeah, they make a really nice size for an altar or a room decoration if you want to put a hanger on the back. Just anything you want to do. All right, but yeah, thank you for watching, and blessed be.